Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Trent, and today joining me will be my girlfriend, Katie.
Hi.
And today we are going to be checking out DEXCORE and their brand new song or single. It's called Cibus. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And so they just also released a brand new album called Metempsychosis. And for those who have no idea what that means, like Katie and myself, we went ahead and looked it up for you. That is the supposed transmigration and death of the soul of a human being or animal into a new body of the same or a different species. So our assumption with those like what we call reincarnation, I guess, maybe. That's the name of their album, and from my understanding, it just released today or yesterday. It looked like it was Wednesday the 30th was the release, so yesterday or last night at midnight maybe. So that's what we're going to be listening to. This song also features Ryo Kinoshita from Crystal Lake. So if you're familiar with Crystal Lake as I am, you're probably looking forward to hearing the song. So let's go ahead and jump right into the song. All right, again, this is DEXCORE and their brand new song Cibus featuring Ryo Kinoshita from Crystal Lake. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the Make sure volume's up. Bingo. All right, I gotta stop it. So that part that you're hearing there, that's Ryo from Crystal Lake.
Okay.
The super heavy vocals there, the nasty low that you just heard, which you probably have no idea what that means. That's okay. But
I've heard you talk about lows plenty of times now.
That was Ryo from Crystal Lake, and there's an obvious difference between the two vocals. I know you rolled your eyes because of the profanity. But I could feel the eye roll, and I don't even have to look at you. I can feel it. But It started off super heavy. Like, there was no intro, there was no build up. It just jumped right into the song, which I liked. It was basically jumped right into a breakdown to start the song. So far, I've really enjoyed this song. It might be just because we're running a splitter that the song kind of sounds a little muddy for us. I don't know if you can sense the same thing.
I think we could probably turn the volume up a little bit.
Well, the problem is with that, because we're running a splitter, we can't do that. Because it's the audio for them is going to be loud as hell already.
Gotcha.
But because we're running a splitter, if we turn up our end, I'm sure there's a way to do it. But right now,
yeah.
But so far, I really like the song, and typically I like to stop and talk about the song too, so that way I don't get copyright strike for playing the song all the way through. But yeah, so far I really enjoyed the song. It's a shame that Ryo wasn't in the music video itself, and they basically put lyrics on screen for his portion there. Because that'd be really cool to have him actually appear in the video. You know, Crystal Lake being a much more mainstream style metal band that's you know toward the U.S. now, and obviously is awesome that DEXCORE was able to feature him on it, because he's Crystal Lake is becoming a way bigger name, which is definitely awesome. What are your thoughts so far, Katie?
Yeah, I actually really liked it so far. It's maybe because of the muddiness, it's not as loud as we typically listen to metal, but I do like it. It's like you said, it kind of starts with a breakdown. You feel that, it just feels good. And then you've got like kind of the high melodic sounds from the band, and then you bring in that deep from Crystal Lake, where you said the lows. I really liked that. And then the video is super intriguing. I really like that too. So we looked up the name of Cibus, which actually means basically like eating and nutrients and consumption. So when I saw the table, I was like, okay, here it comes. Like, this is what they're doing. And you see the word pride, and they're each eating a letter of pride. And then when Crystal Lake comes in singing, he's singing about basically pride, I think, is singing of like, hey, you let me out and I am this monster, and now it's on you. Like, and just the power of pride. So I love stuff like that, because it's really speaking a deeper message, and that really excites me.
I took it as they were swallowing their pride.
Ah, that's an interesting.
Because they're eating it and having to swallow each letter of each one of them, are eating a piece of pride and swallowing it. That's kind of how I took that, but let's go ahead and keep listening. And I also could be wrong. That may not have been Ryo, because I know he's very similar when it comes to some of that stuff. Alright, so that was DEXCORE and their new song Cibus featuring Ryo Kinoshita from Crystal Lake. So we'll jump back over and we'll talk a little bit more about it. All right, so that was Cibus by DEXCORE, released off their new album called Metempsychosis. Yes. And if you're still confused as to what that is, I read the definition at the beginning of the video. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Just final thoughts of the song. I enjoy it. I'm probably going to go back and listen to it a few more times to try to catch some of the lyrics and some of the words and maybe some other stuff within the actual music video itself that I didn't catch the first time. Kind of maybe go into a deeper dive with the actual song itself, maybe catch some more lyrics, because the portion of the chorus that we had listened to, it was like very, very auto-tuned and overproduced, which I'm sure was the purpose. That I was catching some lines here and there that I'd like to go back and re-listen to. Is talking about tearing his heart out of his chest, and then a little bit forward he's talking about fearing what he's become. And I think Katie had mentioned that she thinks the song has a lot to do with pride. So do you have any thoughts or anything you want to say about it?
Not really as much about like the theme. I still think it does have to do with pride and like that monster within. And I do think after we shared that, it was interesting because they were at the table, which is supposed to be something really unifying. And in pride, you can't necessarily be unified. They drank their drink and they left each other. So I think pride causes some division and brings that monster out. And he starts basically crying out, I'm not who I was. I don't know who I am. So it really, to me, solidified that encounter with pride. But I was telling Trent, I really like the instrumental. I think there was a lot of musical dynamic in this song. There was the melodic of singing, but also the deep tones of screaming, and then that instrumental. So it gives me a lot of dynamic, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's definitely, one thing that DEXCORE never has failed me on when I've watched and listened to their song, whether it be a reaction video or just a normal song. There's always a crushing breakdown. They love doing their breakdowns, and of course I love breakdowns. Who doesn't like breakdowns? They always say it's always they seem to have a dynamic and something that fits for them very well, and that's the mixture of the screaming with the chorus, and then at some point just a really heavy, slow, crunchy, crushing breakdown. That seems a very a pattern for them. They've kind of find that dynamic that works for them, which is something that I really enjoy. So every time I watch him, I'm like kind of anticipating the heavy breakdown. When's it going to happen? When's he going to do it? How's he going to do it this time? What effects are they going to put on it? So that's something that I always enjoyed. And of course with DEXCORE, something I failed to mention at the beginning of the video, they are a visual K Japanese metal band, which means every the dressing up, makeup, the whole 9 yards, everything, every music video they do. So it's always, the production's always going to be high. It's always going to look really well done. That's another reason why I really enjoy reacting to visual K bands, because one, it's not my culture, so I get to learn about another culture, whether it be through the music video itself or other people commenting on my videos, explaining and educating me a little bit more on, I was pronouncing visual K as visual Kai. And so somebody corrected me. They're like, "No, it rhymes with play, dude." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Sorry." And but stuff like that's really cool. And some people take the time they'll write stuff that I would have never even thought of, which is really cool. So that's always fun. Do you have any other thoughts?
No.
Cool. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the videos, subscribe. If you want to see more videos, hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when I do upload the videos. And as always, if you like the video, like it. If you don't like the video, go ahead, dislike the video, but also leave me something constructive below as to why. Don't be negative just to be negative, but I'm always open for constructive criticism. So thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your day.